everybody.
Hey guys, welcome back. Psychic Shari YouTube channel. Special Thanksgiving Tuesday edition of the live stream. We know there are a lot of people out there that like the travel or a lot of things happening on Wednesday,
Yeah.
including Shari. So we thought we'd move this up a day and hopefully people will follow us to Tuesday. Um, but we got another good show for you today. So those of you that do tune in, um, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
No mini read today. We've got a really interesting topic here for discussion. Cher's going to talk to us a bit about what goes on in the pre-birth planning stage and the kind of hidden agreements you make before you're even born. We're going to dive into Sherry's mailbag again. We've got a couple of people that want some readings from Shari. Um, and as a reminder, everybody, I mean, if you're looking for a reading and you're just a little too shy to actually post a comment in the chat session, then you're free to email Shari. Her email address, sherryklein11@gmail.com. She'll give you a reading just as much as if you post in the chat. Then we're going to do a little alphabet messages again. Shari's going to provide some spiritual advice to everyone here watching the show live right now or in the future when you're watching a recorded version of it. It works either way. And then Shari's going to be giving readings to any of the live viewers here that post their request in the chat section. And we'll get to you as soon as possible. Now, if you got a username, a YouTube username that doesn't include your first name in that username, then in your chat, in your post, your comment, just include your first name. We like to refer to you by your first name when we're talking about you. So, and it's good for Shari to get into your vibration a little bit better. So,
Yeah.
And if you want to comment, request a comment in the chat in your comment section instead of just saying hi. We don't really know whether you're wanting a reading or not. We don't want to give you a reading if you don't want one. So um, that's it, Shari. And we got some people on.
Yeah.
Wondering if someone was going to notice that we're on a different night, but some people did, and that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's your planning for or for Thanksgiving? You all ready?
Well, as ready as I can be. I'm going to work tomorrow. I own a cleaning business, so I'm going to clean some houses tomorrow, and then I have like 5 readings. Um, and then my daughter-in-law and the 6 grandkids come, and they're going to spend the night.
Phew.
Yeah, it's fun. The baby, he's only 5
Yeah.
months old. And then it goes
You
on.
have fun. You have fun. I'll
Yeah.
just sit here, with my wife and daughter, and we'll watch TV all night. And you can have fun with those 6 little kids.
Well, they're not little. I mean, the oldest one's
Wow.
19.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and then they'll help me cook, and then they're going to help me put up my Christmas. So, yay, that's going to be fun.
Oh, okay. So you're cooking. You're getting a head start tomorrow night, huh?
Oh yeah, I cook a lot. You know me. I'm
Yeah.
an overcooker, and then I like to send food home with everybody, and then we like to have leftovers. So,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have too much than not enough.
That's true. I mean, you can always use those as leftovers.
Oh yeah, we
If
do.
you don't have enough, yeah, that's worse. So, all
Mm-hmm.
right, we've got some people. Marcella,
Looks like it.
happy Thanksgiving to you too. We appreciate
Happy
it.
Thanksgiving.
Glad you can make it. Christina,
Okay. Hi,
welcome to the
Christina.
show.
Yeah.
Marcella would love a reading. Shari,
Mhm.
what do you think?
All right, let me just scan the energetic field here just a bit. One thing that I'm picking up on is they're kind of showing me like a whirlwind, almost like you're standing inside of a tornado, and the eye of the tornado is really still, but it's like it seems like everything around you is just maybe chaotic. They're just saying be the observer. You don't have to step into the tornado, so to speak. Now you could, but that would be, they said, maybe part of your doing. But that just like all tornadoes, they don't last forever. And it doesn't mean that the things that are all going on around you are bad. It just feels a lot of chaos, which 'tis the season. There is a lot going on. Um, and I just hear spirit say, kind of brace yourself. I don't know, with the family, sometimes when family gets together, there might be one or two that butt heads. I just am getting that impression like they're saying, kind of just brace yourself and just stand back. And again, just be the observer. So that's what comes up for Marcel.
Okay. Well, I hope that helps.
Mhm.
Phoenix, first name Vanna. In terms of going back to school and doing training, would doing a culinary program be a good fit for me? Or should I focus on holistic health studies? Or could you see either of those working?
We tend to go, what comes in the highest probability might be more the holistic health. We do see where it's almost kind of like a little bit of both, but it doesn't feel so much like the culinary. That may come a little bit later on, but we do like the holistic health because we do see where there might be something a little further down the road that might strike your fancy more than the culinary does it. But we feel like you do love to cook, um, and you'd be really good at making your own recipes. What comes to mind is the famous Amos chocolate chip cookies. The chocolate chip cookie was already invented or made, but I don't know if you've ever had those, but he really made them good. That's kind of what they're saying with you. You could take a recipe that's already, kind of like that, and then add your own twists and turns and things of this nature. And they said you'd be really good at even writing your own recipe book. So that's
Really?
kind of what comes up. I'm the same way. I love to cook. I always wanted a food truck for years. Don't ask me what I'm thinking. That's a lot of hard work, but I just think that'd be
Yeah.
so fun. And that's kind of what I'm picking up with her. Her cooking for her is like me. It's like my Zen place. I just love, and I'm not that good at it, but
Yeah.
I love doing it.
I grew up wanting to be a Mr. Softy man. Do you remember?
Yeah, for
I had to
years
run
you
my own
did.
truck. I know.
See,
I
we
know.
should get together and get a food truck, and you could do Mr. Softy things in it, and I'll make some.
Yeah, I do the desserts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Christine. Uh, first name is Christine. I'd love to know if things will improve with my sister Marianne and I. What do you
Okay.
think?
First thing that comes up feels like somebody's tried to extend an olive branch, but it's like you guys seem to butt heads a bit. They're just kind of showing me button heads, button heads. Is it ever going to stop? Um, thank you. It's going to take a little bit of doing. But they said that at some point we see somebody waving a white flag. So almost like they're like, you know what, let's let bygones be bygones. So we do see that things will improve. Um, but it just feels like it's not immediate. It's just going to take a little bit of doing. And then as time goes on, it feels like the relationship seems to get a little better and a little better. And then you can kind of build it back up because there's one of you, I don't know which one, but they're just saying that somebody needs to learn boundaries. Feels like one might, I don't know if they take advantage of the other one or if they make digs or things of this nature. So the relationship is going to change a little bit to where you guys respect each other a little bit, little, little more.
Okay.
So,
So eventually, maybe not right
yes.
away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not this holiday season. Maybe next, right?
Well, it could maybe start this holiday season.
Hmm.
It
Maybe
just feels like, yeah,
maybe
it's
a
going to,
happy holidays text could break the ice a bit, huh?
yeah, it just feels like somebody's going to, they showed me the first thing, extending an olive branch. So somebody's got to make the first move.
Yeah, maybe that
And
text will do it.
yeah, so
So, okay. Just follow up from Vanna, the culinary you talked about. Short term would start soon, but holistic is her first choice.
mhm.
Starting a wellness business. Yeah,
Yeah,
so good hit there.
Hmm.
I don't know if the culinary issue is new for me, but the idea of starting a wellness business, I thought I could be well rounded with knowledge, herbalist, culinary, and maybe some healing arts practices.
Yeah,
So,
because we saw where there would be more than just like we said. Once she got in there, we see where it's going to kind of branch off into a little bit of this and a little bit of
yeah.
that. So that makes
Okay.
perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got the first few readings away. Let's get to our topic. This should be
Okay.
an interesting topic. Okay. So let's talk about pre birth planning and
Okay.
what that's all involved with. Let's say I'm a soul, Sherry, flying around up there in heaven, and I decided, hey, I'd like to incarnate on Earth. I've got some karma I need to clean up, or some learning I've got to do.
Hmm.
Whatever the reason, I just want to get down there and start experiencing some of this knowledge. There's a few things involved with his planning, isn't it? It's not
Oh
just,
yeah.
hey, I want to do it. I mean, you pick your body, right? Your skin color, where you're born, America.
Right. But before you even get to that point, you're first of all, you're counseled. You don't do it just by yourself. You have a whole team that works with you because they want you to succeed. And
Okay.
a lot of us want to take on, oh, I can do that, and let me experience this tragedy and that. And they're like, no, no, that might be too hard. Um, so yeah, and we get a look at what, let's say I want to be a boy or I want to be a girl. That's something that you got to kind of check on first. What color do I want to be? So
Yeah.
then, what parents? I mean,
Oh,
there's,
you choose your parents, right?
yes. And it took me forever. Um, I know that everybody thinks, oh, what is my purpose in life? People think they just have one. Uh, from my understanding, we have a lot of different reasons. Um,
Really?
and one of mine is to learn unconditional love. And I used to always think, then why did I pick our parents? Because they never hugged or kissed us, you
No.
know? Wouldn't
Right.
it have been easier to pick the Brady Bunch family so it could rub off on me?
Yeah.
Um, and I just couldn't understand that. But then as I got older and got more into this, then I realized, you know, they taught me how not to be, like they never showed affection or anything of that nature, even
All
though,
right.
they took care of us. So then you choose parents for a lot of different reasons. And and then you want to figure out what it is that you want to come back here for to experience. And when I say come back to this earth, most of us are on multiple lifetimes coming back.
Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. So um, we pick our arrangement like that. We pick our parents. Although parents, they're not randomly select. I mean, they're part of your soul group, really, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
But
you could have been their parents in an earlier life. Now you want to, hey, you can be mine now.
but a lot of times when people think, oh, they're my soul group, they're just thinking like, oh, well, these are my parents and my siblings and my son and daughter and this and that. But a lot of us don't know our great great grandma or our great great grandpa. See, there's part of our little tribe too.
Yeah.
And then we'll switch up. Of course, Sherry's not always a girl. I could be a boy. And
I think, yeah, I mean, we try so many different things. I mean,
mhm.
because we got infinity, right? We
Yeah,
could, we could incarnate thousands of times. So why not try new things?
yeah,
Um, so soul contracts, they are real, right?
yes.
And they're not
But
really, it's not like a piece of paper that's written. It's not like the contract that we know, right?
right, it's not like you write it up on the other side and then you find a notary and have them, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So it's like um, it's a verbal agreement that you make with somebody. Like, okay, let's get married, or, I'm going to come in and be your best friend at this point in your life. I may not stay long, or it might be what I would perceive or you as a villain, somebody that comes in and wreaks havoc on your life and may steal from you or cause you to lose everything. Um, and really, those are the people too that you should love, because they're willing to be the villain in order for you to experience something for your soul to evolve.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
So
Yeah, we just don't come here to have fun, because if that were the case, we'd stay there on the other side.
right. I
And the
mean,
best, yeah,
you need challenges to learn. You
yep,
know. So
yep.
yeah. How specific? How detailed is this uh, pre-birth contract? Not everything in your life is predestined, right?
No.
So how detailed? I mean, it just the really major milestones in your life are predestined.
That I call them the big hitters.
Okay.
Another way to think of it, like how you just went to Disney World. Think of it like here on this earth. Oh, I'm going to plan a trip. You know what airline you're going on. You know what hotel. We're going to, Universal Studios today and then to Magic Kingdom. But we don't say, okay, when we're at Universal Studio, we're going to eat pizza at 11 o'clock. And then you don't go that detailed, because we have free will. And it would take the fun out of it if you kind of knew every single thing. So even though we forget it when we come here, but
Yeah.
and so that's it. What I say, the big hitters, you're going to have choose your parents. You're going to marry the certain person, or maybe not get married at all, and have certain children. Some of those are what I call the big hitters.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So CJ just received another one of his life challenges. He's getting tired of it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything he can do? I mean, he's got obviously a soul contract with this challenge here.
Hmm.
Um, what can
Well,
he do?
now, when he said, I received another challenge, what I kind of picked up is they're different things. So, one thing that the spirit team is saying is ask when these things happen, what do I need to learn? Don't think of it happening to you, think of it happening for you.
Okay.
So that will kind of loosen it up a bit. And I do know that it's hard because, the old saying, kick me while I'm down. And the reason is that when people get down and out, remember how many times we've talked about energy? When people get down and out, then the energy, kind of comes in and we attract it. But then again, these could be some of the big hitters too.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
It could be things that are outside of his, it could be deaths in the family or things of this nature. So, what I
Yeah.
do when life feels like it's really, really overwhelming, sometimes I work on trying to just pull myself out from the emotion and just try to tell myself that it's really just an illusion. It's a movie. I know that's really hard, but I kind of try to do that a little bit when it just gets really tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Christina asks, is it true that everything happens for a reason? Does every single thing happen for a reason?
Well, let's think about this, Irene. Tell me. We would say yes. Um, some reasons, I don't know if I would say everything happens for a reason. I would say the big things that happen, the things that cause emotions, that spark up any emotion in you. Um,
Really?
those are the things that we think that kind of happen for a reason. You don't have to question every single thing that happens to you, but everything that does happen to you, you're attracting it. We do know that every single thing that happens, you attract it from your energy. Um, and again, one thing too that we kind of want to talk about is, people a lot of times will ask, oh, am I on the right track? Am I, doing the right thing I'm supposed to? If your life feels like you're banging your head up against the wall all the time, that's your higher self saying you're off track. Take a step back, regroup. So that might be happening to the one that I forget who came on and said that, everything, I'm sick of it.
Yeah,
Might be your
CJ.
chance to sit, kind of take a step back and observe and start asking questions, and then kind of work on getting your energy up, and then give it another good
Yeah.
college try.
So when before we incarnate, and we're souls, we're getting ready to like jump into the womb or and be birthed. Um, can do we see our life future? Can we see what is supposed to happen before we incarnate, before we're
Yeah.
born? Really?
Yes, I do believe that we get to choose from a series of different lifetimes, so to speak. Like, oh well, my life right now, I live in Indiana. My life would be a lot different if I were born in Africa, or somewhere like that. So we get to see like the different scenarios, and the reason for that is because we know why we want to come here. We have gathered a list of things that we want to work on, and we try to tailor make them just for us, that will help us to get those resolved, to experience those, as many of those as we can. So it's like a tapestry. There's a lot of
Okay.
different things, and but you don't get to see every single little tiny thing, because we have free will, so it
Right.
can all be changed.
We're
So,
talking about pre-birth planning with Psychic Sherry here. For those of you in the chat requesting a read, we'll get to you. Uh, we're on this topic right now, but once we do, we'll backtrack and get to everybody that wants a read for tonight. Marcella has a question regarding the topic. What about deja vu?
we've talked about this, I think,
Yeah,
before.
a bit.
For me, sometimes what I think is that it slows everything, kind of slows down, time slows down, almost like it's already happened before, and it's giving you um, another opportunity to do it differently.
Ah, really?
That's what I think. We've had this discussion. I
I
don't think
know. I
you
know.
think that. I can't remember the way you think of it or what you think.
I was thinking in terms of like kind of a multiverse that you've kind of like uh, reached
Timeline
in
jump.
and kind of remote viewed a parallel universe of some sort. I never really thought too hard on that
I know,
because
me
I
neither.
don't want to get a headache. You
But
know.
I have thought about it. It's happened to me before. The deja vu.
Yeah, it
To
happened to
me,
me a lot more when I was younger
huh?
than happens now. A lot more.
To me, it reminds me, when that happens, of if anybody's ever been in a room when someone has crossed over. It's like the veil lifts and there's no time on the other side. Time slows down on this earth. Everything seems to go in slow motion. That to me is what deja vu is. Kind of things slow down, and it's almost giving you a time to reset and redo. So,
Yeah. Okay. Uh, let's let's say we've created certain contracts and they're not working out for us. They're actually kind of a hindrance
yeah.
to our current incarnation. Can
Hmm.
we break those contracts? Can
Yes.
you?
Hmm.
How do you
Even
do
when
that?
even when you're here, you just do it, with your thoughts. You can do it verbally. You don't have to walk up to the person and say, hey, you know what, let's break this contract. They may not even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't have to be a spouse. It could be a friendship. It could be anything where, it just keeps happening over and over, and you're not getting anywhere. It'd be like if you're married, and let's say you're married, your husband uh, has an affair. Okay, you forgive him. He's never going to do it again. Oh, here he comes. He has another affair. oh, okay. If this repetitive, we're not getting anywhere. So let's tear up our contract. You go your way, I'll go mine. And you can even do this in your mind.
Yeah.
Uh, and so then that way, when you get to the other side, you're like, hey, you know what? We tried, couldn't do it. We'll try it. Or you could even do it on this side, find another person to fill in and try to fill out the remainder of that contract. And you can do that like on a, uh, we're always doing that anyway, like on an unconscious level, throwing it out there. We
Yeah.
do that when we want a spouse. Oh, I want this, this, or this, and so it kind of is like a radar. It goes out a frequency. People that match that frequency will start to come in. So
Okay. So life is kind of a mixture of destiny and free will.
on this earth, yes,
Yeah. Okay. And we have no idea which one's which, right?
kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the fun of it. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be any
Oh,
fun
fun.
if we
Fun
knew
time.
all the answers, would it?
Yeah, it's a tough world. There are a lot of people out there struggling right now,
Oh,
mentally, and you know, politics doesn't help, and social media
I
doesn't help.
yeah.
Um,
Um, I know. I
a
mean,
lot of
I do.
polarization.
I do readings for people sometimes, and I think I don't care how bad my life is or what I think is going on. Uh, Sometimes I do readings for people, and I don't even know how they, you know,
Yeah, I
but
know.
they power through it. I mean, they.
They sure do. I mean, that's all you can do, though, right?
hmm
So, Maria, is the future set in stone?
No,
Okay.
no. Just like we talked about, um, some of the big hitters are set in stone. Like maybe the day you're going to exit, or your loved ones will exit to the other side. I mean, that is set in stone. Um, but as far as like we said, you have the wiggle room in between. You can, and even the contracts. Let's say I come down here and I say, you know what, I'm going to have 6 kids. I'm going to come here. I want to know what it's like to be a Brady Bunch mom, and I'm going to have 6 kids. And I get down here and I have one kid, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going the next day and get my tubes tied. So you have free will too, so you can change up a lot of things.
Uh,
And even though we think, oh, those 6 kids had to be one of my contracts, or what I know, because your contract really was just one. So
okay. All right.
it's really deep, and it's hard to explain every single thing because we're not supposed to know every single thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a challenge, would it? So,
No, that's why we forget when we come down here.
so final question for me: what happens? I mean, if we're down here and we're really struggling, and um, I know we chose this life, and I didn't realize it'd be as challenging as this. I mean, I mean, is there anything we can do to like lighten it up a little bit? Can we just like say, okay, God, you were right. This is too much.
Yeah. Let me
Let
do
go
this
of it a little.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, one thing that you have to understand is that um, I just keep saying, I hear spirit say, this too shall pass. It's like we all go through the bad times. We all have crosses to bear. You're asking, is there something that we can do? Um, if it is one of our big hitters that we really want to experience again, if it's a contract, you can always try to break the
Break
contract
it.
and say, you
Yeah.
know what, I can't do this anymore. I want to break this contract. Maybe I can do it in another lifetime, or I can't do it with this person. You can try breaking the contracts, things of that nature. And especially when you have something like that with someone, I always like to tell them to do the Ho'oponopono prayer for that person. Um, because whatever happens in your world, you have some skin in the game.
Yeah.
Um, and that's just the way it is. This is one of the hardest earths there is. Just do the best you can do. And just like we talked, I think it was on our last show or something, sometimes we feel like so depressed and like, I just want to give up, I'm hopeless. You get up the next morning, nothing has changed, but yet you just feel different. You feel better.
Yeah.
So for the people who are really struggling, and a lot of people struggle like right now from now to New Year's.
Yeah.
And because there's so much loneliness, they might not have family, but just, this too can change. And if you are lonely and things of this nature, try to get out and go to places. There's always places that have open arms, churches, or I tell you something that's really helpful too is to go work. Like if you don't have anywhere to go for Thanksgiving, go be a volunteer at a food pantry or a soup kitchen. That gets you interacting with people and it helps people. It just makes you feel good. It opens up
Yeah.
your heart, makes
Mhm.
you feel wanted and loved. So that's something a lot of people, if you're able, I know a lot of people maybe can't get out of the house too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's pre-birth planning in the hidden agreements. Good discussion.
Okay. Not
Let's
that everything that we say is set in stone. That's just from my perspective.
Yeah.
So,
All right, let's get back to the chats. We got some people that want some readings.
okay.
Let's start with Maria. Wondering if you see Philip being romantic or intimate with another girl in the March or April 2026. Some psychic told her maybe.
Okay. One thing, um, one thing that spirit is showing me for you, Maria, is they show me that you are giving your power away by giving it to Philip. Um, it's if you're how do we say this? If you're always going to try to worry about what Philip is doing, all that's doing is slowing your process down on you being able to go on with your life. It just feels like a rope is just holding you back. And it's not Philip, it's you. Um, so I guess the moral of this story is what I'm getting from my guides is they're saying it really it they don't want that to matter to you. If he is or not, we're not seeing anything, but it doesn't mean that he won't. They're just not showing me because they don't feel like that it's even necessary for you to know. They want you more to focus on you, and build your confidence
Mm,
up and be able to stand back up and get on your own 2 feet and start with your own life into
yeah.
a better direction. So
Maybe Philip is one of her soul contracts.
yeah, that
It's a
she
challenge, and it wasn't a challenge that they would meet and fall in love and be married. It was a challenge that he would break her heart, and her challenge is how she gets over it.
right. So try if I don't know if she was listening to the beginning of the show, try breaking the contract with him. Do
Yeah,
it mentally. Say, Philip, envision him standing in front of you. Say, you know what, Philip, we've tried this. I can't keep going on like this. I'm getting nowhere. I need to release you from, I tear up this contract and literally envision that you're tearing up a paper contract, even though it's really not one. But
yeah,
envision you're tearing it up and say, you know what, there. And then, you know what? Then you can work on something else that you came here for.
right, right.
So,
So, question here from Debbie. I know she has a request for a reading in future comments, but first, her question: what is the best way to raise your energy level? Meditate, crystals, happy thoughts.
we say all of the above. Music, do what you love to do. Like earlier, I was talking, I love to cook. I'm not that good at it, but I love it. That is like my zen. Bobby, I know you like to walk and work out, and so does my younger son. Man, that's your zen.
Yeah,
So, because you feel off kilter when you don't do it.
yeah, I do.
And so
Definitely.
does my son. I mean, it's like he's got to have it. So, do all of those and pay attention to your body. You know, if your body's super tired, you're not going to want to go jog 20 miles. Maybe you just want to listen to music or watch a
Yeah.
movie. So, guess I would think I'm going to sneeze. If
Uh,
I do, my nose will start running. Okay, wait a minute.
now that we have Debbie's attention,
Oh, excuse
she'd
me.
love a reading. What do you have for her?
All right, Debbie, let's see what we've got going on here. Huh. Okay, I like this, Irene. For those of you who don't know, Irene's my joy guide. Joy guide. One thing they're saying is pay attention to the creaks and the little knocks in the middle of the night. They're kind of throwing me into your house, and I don't know if you have animals. I know a lot of times when I had animals, I'd always chalk it up to the cat or the dog, in the middle of the night. But they're saying with you, it's not an animal. It does feel like you might have some loved ones coming in from the other side, just checking in on you, and ask, say if this is a loved one or anyone from the other side that wants to get my attention, let me know it. Make these noises every night or make them louder. But we do feel like, and these are nothing to be scared of. We love this because they're coming in. It's confirmation that they want to tell you that everything is okay where they're at.
Okay.
So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, hope so too. CJ, may I ask about my mother's cancer and urgent need to be flown out of town?
Okay, let's
It's
see
a
what
tough
we
one,
what we've got going on here.
especially around these holidays.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, boy. Nobody, cancer is everybody's scared of it.
Yeah,
One thing that
we know that with our mom. So
Yeah. And so let's see what we've got here. One thing that they're saying is we think that she's gosh, I don't know how to word this. We think she's going to live longer than what you guys think. Um, so that's kind of just the first thing that came in. Let's see what else. Is she going to be flown out of town? That and it when it see how when it takes me a while to get a message, it's almost like spirit is saying that it might be it. I know it seems urgent, but they're just saying it might feel longer. It might be a lot harder maybe to get her flown out of town. Um, might be longer than what you think. Not a whole lot longer, but they're just saying it's not going to be as fast as what happens because when I asked for the message, they didn't give me the answer immediately. So that's how I can kind of judge time a little bit here when I'm waiting and waiting for the answer. So that's what they're saying. They're just saying, um, sit and talk with your mother. None of us know if we're going to be here tomorrow, whether we have cancer or not. So with your mother, uh, say everything that you want to say to her, to where there won't be any regrets when she does cross over. Um, and that really everybody should do every day,
uh,
uh, is try to just voice your opinion and just we don't feel like that you're going to have any regrets, but they're just saying if there's anything you feel like you want to say to her, make sure you say it to her. So again, we're sorry about your mother.
yeah.
Uh,
So,
you
so
know,
do you do think she's going to be flown out of town, but it's going to take a while?
we don't feel like she's going to get flown out as soon as they want her to.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and there's a lot of different, cancer treatments have come a long way. I mean, even in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
True. True. Okay. Gary for Grace. Please, any messages for me and thank you.
okay. Got to tell you, have you noticed that everybody on here has numbers by their name?
Yeah.
Why is
Some
that?
of them. Some of them do. Well, it sometimes Gary for Grace may be taken by 7 or 8 different people, and so you'll need a number
Huh.
um, to make
Oh,
it
okay.
your
I
own.
just never noticed that before. It's like every single one of these.
Or sometimes the computer will automatically assign you a name, and
Oh,
they'll put a number
okay.
at the end of
All right. Just kind of. All right. So, Irene, let's see. What do we have here for Gary? Oh, um, I love the way that Spirit uses symbolism. They're showing me like a little flower girl, when she's walking down the aisle and she's throwing flowers here and there. And it's just so cute. And it's just that's what they're saying with you. Not that you're a little girl and you're throwing flowers,
A little flower girl.
but they're saying that wherever you go, it's like you just spread joy. It's kind of like you throw a little here and a little there. You know, everybody loves little flower petals and stuff. And that's kind of what they're showing me with him. You know, throw it here, throw it there. Just the littlest things that may not even mean anything to you can uplift another person, even if it's just a smile or something of that nature. And they're telling me that you do a lot of this. And we don't even realize that we don't think that you realize how much you uplift people. Thank you, Irene. I like this. And there are people like this too. You don't even have to talk to people. You can just walk into a room and it seems that the vibration lifts a little bit. A lot of these younger little star seeds, sometimes all they are to do is they can walk through a store and raise the energy of everyone in there. And that's kind of what they're showing me with Gary. Um, and they do say, I am seeing him in meditation. I don't know if you meditate a lot or not, but we would highly suggest you do, because they said during your meditations, you could jump timelines, which is cool.
Wow.
That would be super. That's cool.
Yeah.
So,
Huh. That's interesting.
mm-hmm.
So Gary or Grace, whoever it is, let us know how that works out. See if you can jump a few timelines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aisha, new here.
Okay.
Welcome to
Yeah,
the
we got a
show.
lot of new people.
Yeah. Ahmed Hazim, what does he love about me? What does he love about me?
One thing that the first thing that came up is they said that that you just kind of say it like it is, that you're genuine. There's no head games. Um, if he asks you, "Oh, are you mad?" and if you're mad and you're like, "No, I'm not mad," it's like he knows you would tell him. So they're just saying that he loves the way that there's no head games and that you're genuine, and that he can trust you. So
Interesting. Marcella, a little follow-up question. How does Z really feel about me?
okay. Now that comes up a little bit different than the other one, because this one is, let's see what we've got here, Irene. The energy is different than that last question, um, because they're saying he doesn't quite, how do we say this? I guess you're not really predictable, and you're good at observing something, and you like to mull things over in your mind. Um, And when you do that, not that you're trying to throw somebody off the scent, so to speak, but you just do that because you like to kind of balance things in your mind. And that might be what kind of throws Z off a little bit, because not that you're not predictable, but you're really not, because like we said, you're mulling things over. And then when you come to a conclusion, then that's when you come out.
I know some people like that they're um, not really unpredictable, but procrastinators.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
come on, do something.
yeah,
Uh,
well, with her though, she's thinking of all the different outcomes of things.
I know,
It kind of
and
throws
because
the
it
other
takes some
person
time,
off,
it's like,
because
oh,
they might think it's a head trip or something, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Uh, okay, another follow up from Maria. Will I ever remove the small bump on my forehead? I went to 3 plastic surgeons. No one wanted to remove it.
Okay. Um, Instantly, the first thing that came up is I could hear Irene say, "Tell her just to leave it. It's part of your character." But we know that you probably don't want to. But I would be asking the surgeons why. Um, One thing that I'm picking up from your spirit team is that your guides are saying that it's not as noticeable to other people as it is to you. Um, when you look at the mirror, that might be the first thing that you see, but they're telling me that when people look at you, that's not what they see. They actually don't even notice it. Um, So maybe that's why the surgeons don't want to do it, because they're just showing me that it's not as noticeable as what you think it is. Um,
Could there
Irene,
be any medical reason why they don't want to? I don't know.
yeah,
A little mold, a
I,
mole.
Irene showed me. Oh, you don't know, Bobby, but there's like a little makeup stick. Irene's just kind of dotting it on there. Um, so, in other words, she's saying it could probably be covered up with makeup. Um,
Okay. Well, I mean, she's just talking about a plastic surgeon and a surgeon that doesn't want to remove something. It's probably not, you know, a safety risk.
or
So it,
or they might not know that it to be necessary.
well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So your advice, don't stress on it.
Right, because it's every time when you look in the mirror and your focus goes right towards that, instantly throw your focus on something about you that you like, something about your facial features that you like.
Okay. Um, so we got CJ. I honestly don't remember what he's referring to. Um, you do a lot of readings really quick, and I'm not sure which one this is. So
I know.
I,
See, now I'm glad it's you and not me, because
I know.
I really don't pay attention to the names that
I
much.
know. A lot of times when you're doing the reading, I'm looking at the
Yeah,
chat and the comments so I can try and get everybody in front of you
I know. There's just so
requesting a
many
reading.
that's
Yeah,
coming in. It's
and
just hard to.
sometimes I don't pay attention, um, to every little thing. So, CJ, I mean, if you want to provide Sherry a little bit more detail, that would be great. Uh, Aisha, do you see Ahmed? Any intentions with me for marriage?
Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. One thing that they are showing me is that he's got cold feet. So it when somebody has that, of course, we know that that's a privacy fence up around them. They're maybe scared of getting hurt, scared of jumping in the water. They just showed me his toe in the water, so he's scared to jump all the way in. For could be a lot of different reasons. One thing that they're saying is that be patient. Um, the intentions. One thing that we would say is they're suggesting that you don't harp on it. In other words, wouldn't maybe bug him about, oh, are we gonna when are we gonna get married? Are we gonna get married? Because it feels like that might push him away a bit. They just keep saying have patience. He has actually thought about marriage with you. But again, we see where some of this privacy fence around him has to come down. Um, for a lot, he has that up for quite a few reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're just saying, are you willing to wait? Um, so that's what comes up. I just see the word patient above your head. So
Okay. Sorry for the other question. That's okay. No problem. Just needed to know. So just ride the wave. It's like a branch floating down the river. Just let it take you. Right.
yeah, it's better than swimming upstream.
That's true. True.
Yeah.
True.
And yeah, some of the thing, yeah, I was going to say something. It just kind of went right through me. So I have no idea what I was going to say. So,
Okay, CJ. Um, Talking about his mother with cancer, flying her out of town. There's snow expected.
okay.
Um,
Okay. We do see snow, but maybe not enough to totally, might delay it a bit. We are seeing where it is delayed, that you won't get there as soon as what you think, is what they're showing me. But yet you will eventually get
yeah.
there.
Okay, you'll
Wherever
get there
you're
in
at,
time.
it does feel. I think we're supposed to get a little bit of snow, but I don't know where CJ's at, but they just showed me really quite a bit of snow. So I don't know how much snow is expected, but I do see where that's going to slow things down, because they showed me the plane wings. Uh, it sounds funny with snow on it, but so I'm sure they can get the snow off. But you know how sometimes it'll be iced over, or they just
Yeah, they can
don't.
spray those things. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fly that much, but they just showed me quite a bit actually of snow. You're not going to get her there as soon as what you want, is what they're saying, but we do feel like that she will get there.
She'll get there. Okay. All right. Well, good. Good. Back to Aisha and her relationship with her friend. They're just friends now.
Okay.
Um, so this is the one dipping his toe. He
Okay.
thought
So
about
that's
it.
what, yeah, because he's
But
got a
they're friends.
privacy fence. So they're saying patience. That's why they're saying have patience.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Follow up from Phoenix. Uh, Urbana, her first name. How do you see the meeting between me and Leroy going? He's coming from Minnesota and we're meeting for the first time
Oh, that's
in December.
exciting.
So I guess online romance.
Oh, hey, it can turn into big things. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. It's funny because, of course, that's a lot of pressure. Meeting somebody for the first time. It's not like you guys are just going down to the street and getting a cup of coffee. You know, it feels like that you guys have a really wonderful connection. Um, Not only with your words, it feels like you guys have talked things out, but almost energetically, we do see where you very compatible. Um, and of course, we see very nervous. If we had to say anything, we'd say it's going to go pretty good. Um, so there, you're going to find that there is something about him. You know how sometimes when you meet people and you're just like, man, there's little quirks about him, but you really like it. It's just, you're very attractive. That's kind of what we're picking up.
Okay. So
Um,
they're going to be a spark when they
yeah,
first
look,
meet.
there we
Huh?
go. That's the word, spark.
Yeah.
They just showed me little quirks. That's the way they used it. Uh, Kind of
Yeah.
different than sparks, but sometimes people do have little quirks that other people might find charming.
Others may find annoying.
Correct. So that's what we're saying. They called them little quirks.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Aisha, have no financial stability. Thank you. You are welcome. Follow up from Marcella. Was planning to move in the new year. Do you see this happening and when?
okay. We see you dragging your feet, and you may do it on an unconscious level. There's a part of you, it feels like that you're, we wouldn't say right at the beginning of the year. Um, we would say it's going to be further out. Because when I read this message, it says at the new year, I'm always thinking she might be thinking of January, February. To us, it feels like it's a couple months further out.
Okay.
They just said, um, take some thought in where it is that you're going to move. Try not to make a hasty decision. Go by how you feel about it instead of your head. You know, our head sometimes can trip us up, like, oh, well, we can afford this place and it's in a good location, but then it doesn't feel right. They said go with how you feel, because otherwise, if you make a hasty decision, we think you might have a little bit of buyer's remorse.
Okay. So moving is a definite. Just when and
We do
where is the
see,
question.
yeah, actually, we see a lot further, several months actually out. Now, that's the
Really?
potential. Things can change. But we just see she might think she's going to move, and it feels like something happens and kind of pulls her back to square one. Maybe happens again, kind of pulls her back to square one. So they're just saying that's okay. Um, Haste, your team is funny. They go, haste does not make waste. So they're saying when
Hmm.
it's not doing it as fast as what you think, sometimes that's a blessing in disguise.
True. True. Okay. CJ in Canada. So they probably got a little bit of snow up there in Canada.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have no idea how much.
But you know what? Those airlines, I mean, 2 foot of snow, they can still take off. They need to clear the runways and de-ice the planes. But
Mhm.
if it's not a blizzard, then they can take
That's
off.
so funny you said that. Yeah, because it feels like it may not be their plane, but maybe other planes delay, there might be a stack up and delay.
Oh, okay, yeah, that could happen too. Right,
Yeah.
right. Uh, Aisha, I'm glad you liked it. Really amazing, accurate, actually. So,
Okay, good.
okay. Always laughing on the phone. We're both really funny. Okay, so her uh,
They do have a
her
connection.
online romance
Yeah,
blooming. That's
you
good.
know what they showed me, and I love this. Spirit will show me this. Um, and I don't know why they do this. Whenever it's a relationship, they'll show me a teeter totter. And if it's off kilter like this, then I know somebody is given more in the relationship than the other person. With hers, I saw it just perfect, like I like to see it.
Really.
It just feels like a really good balance. Um,
Okay.
so,
Well, that's good. That's
mhm.
good.
Yeah, enjoy.
One more thing for Aisha. When do you see me getting some direction to my career? I'm a dentist and I have a lot of issues getting licensed as my degree is not getting accepted in another country.
Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay. There it goes. They do see where they just showed me like a stamp, like, okay, it's been uh approved. You know how like just a stamp, and that's the way they showed it to me. You might have to maybe seek counsel or get some help from someone else or even an agency. It doesn't mean you've got to hire an attorney, but
Mhm.
they're just saying get some help, because we feel like that there are agencies or something that can help you, um, to get that
Yeah.
taken care of. They said to cross it over. They used it crossed over.
Or when all else fails, bribe somebody, right?
There you go. Yeah, just don't get caught.
Right. Okay, so let's dig into Sherry's mailbag just a bit. I think we got most of it. Um, Sherry, you have two people, uh,
Okay.
a little too shy to post in the comment section here. Um, so we're going to give them a reading as they
Mm,
sent you an email.
okay.
First one is Ava B. Ava B.
Okay, let's see. One thing that they're showing me is that she's just taking down a lot of things in her house, and reorganizing everything. And it's like all of a sudden she doesn't like the things in her house, her decorations and things of this nature, because it's almost like out with the old and in with the new. And we see her bringing in less things and putting them up on her walls, but they mean more things. And a lot of these might be, um, they call them items or something that she makes. So it's almost like her spirit team is pushing her into wanting to have her be more creative and create things, and then she'll display them up on her walls. So she could be a painter or whatnot, but they
Yeah.
just show me,
Okay.
um, out with everything almost, and redoing
Okay.
homes.
All right. Well, I hope that helps. Next one, Hunter. I don't have a last name here, just Hunter.
Okay. One thing that they're telling me is that you feel like you're stuck because, again, they show me the cord that's pulling his back, and they say, get ready because you're not going to be stuck for long. Now, when you feel like you're unstuck, they're telling me that you are going to have a lot of opportunities that are going to open up, and they're saying you can't drag your feet. It's almost like a door opens up, and it will close very quickly. So they're saying you don't have time to almost talk yourself uh, out of a decision. Just go for it. If it doesn't work, then you know what? Then another door will open. But they're saying buckle your seatbelt because things are going to really start to take off.
Okay. All right. So that's the mailbag. No questions, just those two people. If there's anybody out there that would like um, a reading and don't want to post it on here or don't have time for the show, um, a convenient time for them or whatever, just send an email to Shari. She'll read them on the live streams, and then you can watch this recording back and get your reading via email. Let's go back to the boards. Quick follow up from Aisha on her dentist practice. She is talking to an agent right
Okay.
now. Doesn't see anything happening. So
We actually saw maybe it's going to be someone else.
yeah, maybe you get a new
Uh,
agent.
yeah, because we saw um, it. It doesn't feel like uh, an attorney or something where you would have to pay. It feels like more of an agency. And they did show me where it's a stamp. So it does get approved. Now, when you ask how long, that can be tricky questions. Time can be very hard to predict. Um, this can take, they're showing me several months here. Um, it's going to be a process, and they're just saying within 3 months, you're either going to find another agency, someone else that can help you, get to snooping around, because if you feel like you've run into a brick wall at this point, that's your cue to try to
Take
find
another
another
path.
avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, because we don't see where you just throw everything away, everything that you've learned and you've studied for.
Yeah.
That's not going to be the case. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And again, they show me at 3 months. Doesn't mean it's going to be solved. It could be, but they just show me that you feel like you're going to start to get traction at that point. So just kind of hang
Okay.
in there.
Well, I hope that helps. I
Yeah.
know timelines can be really tricky.
Yeah. And sometimes they might show me 3 months, but it might be 3 weeks. But sometimes I'll ask them, is it 3 weeks, 3 months? And I'll kind of get more of a feel like it's further out. And a lot of times when spirit shows me something, um, if it's real super close and I can see it real clear, then it's either happening now or it's getting ready to happen. But if I see something in the picture, is because I am more clairvoyant. If I see a picture kind of fuzzy, and then that tells me on this timeline, it's further out. So the
Okay.
less details or vague it is, the further out.
Was your little stamp fuzzy or was it
No,
clear?
the stamp was really clear. Isn't it funny? They just show me things. They have to simplify it for me, and they can only work with what I
Yeah.
got. But so they just showed me a stamp like like approved. It was funny. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that helps. Question from Debbie Castle. If you have lost a soulmate and think of them often and know they are with you, does that hold you back from meeting someone else?
No, no. Um, No, it doesn't, because a lot of times, if you really have lost what you call a soulmate on the other side, they're trying to help you to maybe find someone else. There's no jealousy on the other side.
Yeah.
They're going to help you to try to find someone else because they want you to be happy. Um, so no, it will not keep you from meeting someone else. Sometimes it will actually speed up the process, because they can be little guides too. They're
Yeah.
not the guides that you come in with, but our loved ones can come in and try to whisper in our ear, or try to get us to do different things.
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe if a person is in mourning, they can't see uh, when another person is coming onto them, or they
right.
can't, they don't have the frequency or vibration to
Hmm.
attract another person.
Right.
So it could be them that's that's not bringing in a new love interest, whatever.
Right.
You know.
But when that happens, then that is also saying that they're not ready to be into another relationship. That there needs to be a lot of healing that needs to be done too.
Okay.
Um, and you can think of them um, all the time. I mean, but like Bobby said, if you're really grieving and you can't get up out of the bed, um, then you have to go through the grieving process. But to think of them and know that they're around you, that can work to help you find someone else.
Mm. Okay. All right, Debbie, I hope that helped you. Um, Christine, can I ask if you see when my lawsuit will be finalized?
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Again, here we go with the time.
Yeah.
Uh, they just show me a foot dragging, which tells me that this might drag on for quite some time. Some of these lawsuits can go on for a long
Yeah.
time. Thank you, Irene. I'm asking her as I'm talking to her, I can kind of talk to Irene. And Irene says, just hunker down and buckle in. So she's saying it might be a little while. But yeah, she's kind of showing me like you're at the movies. So kind of, you're
Yeah.
just going to have to, she just showed me her buckling in with a big thing of popcorn, almost like she's going to be there for a while, and just look at it like you're literally watching a movie, because it's going to take some doing. Um,
Yeah.
so they're just saying again, just be patient.
Yeah. Maybe not be so emotionally attached,
Yeah, like you're
detach a
watching
little,
a movie.
and just let it keep going. Live your
Yep,
life, but let that thing keep going.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Hope that helped. Brenda, I'm thinking of writing a book about my deceased son.
Oh.
Do you see anything? I can't quite get motivated.
First thing that came up is again how we were talking about, and sorry about your son. Holy cow. Uh, you have lived through every parent's worst nightmare. And so I'm sorry about that. Um, that would that would be very rough. I mean, losing anybody is rough, but to me, a child that's not the way it's supposed to go.
No.
Um, but the first thing that came up is what we were talking about earlier, is they can help us and be guides. You can sit down and your son, it's like you can do automatic writing if you work at it. Try to do it every day at the same time. Just sit down. You don't have to write a whole chapter. Sit down at the same time and call on your son and say, and present a question, and then just start writing. And it's a funny thing. The more you do that, the more that you might start wording things differently that you might not word normally. That's how you know when you're kind of trancing in spirit. But your son feels like that he really wants to talk to you about, and he's about what Bobby and I were talking about, like what the other side is like. Uh,
Really?
so that would be very interesting. And it says you have a wonderful connection. And so, yeah, so work on that. And again, they said try to make it the same time every day, even if
Make
it's
a routine out of it.
even
That's
if
that's
it's
how I
10
do it.
minutes. Yeah. And that way he'll know that you mean business, and that, he can work on things. Uh, Again, you're not going to be able to do this overnight. And like you said, I can't quite get motivated. You will when you start to get some really cool writings, and you'll know that that wasn't from your mind. So
Yeah.
that's really going to help. That's going to be really
Okay.
will give you the motivation.
Okay, Brenda. Sorry for your loss. I hope that helped.
Yeah.
Um, Eileen or Aileen, I'm not sure. Uh, Welcome to the show, Aileen. Good
Hi.
evening. Do you see if my financials will get better?
First thing that they showed me is putting yourself on a budget. Because I'm thinking about actually doing that in December, and they use my memory. So they're showing me write down every single thing that you spend, and then you'll see where you can cut corners. And then you might start to save a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there. And they're saying that this will snowball. It also feels like that there might be more source of income coming in for you. I don't know as if you're going to get a different job, or maybe if someone moves in with you, and there's just seems to be more money that's going to be coming into the pot. So yes, your answer would be yes. We do see where your finances will get better, but we also see where there's a lot of fat that can be trimmed. And what we mean by that is there's a lot of things that ask yourself, do I need this or do I want it? And even some of these, your bills, every time a bill comes in, ask yourself, do I really need this? Or it's amazing how sometimes you can really cut back and save a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Just going from cable to a streaming service.
I'm,
That's
t-
just
yep, that is so funny. I was thinking that too, because
where
look at how much money I've saved, like just doing all these
going
things.
away from, yeah, cable TV. That's so overpriced.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what we see for you.
All right.
I don't even know how to say Aileen. I don't.
Aileen, yeah. Berube, something. Yeah, we're going to butcher some of these
I'm glad
names.
you're announcing it because,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not so much. All right, Maria, follow up. Will Philip ever try to come back in 2026? Oh, Maria. Maria.
Yeah. we yeah, we don't feel like he will. Um and when we say that, your spirit team says even if he were to, you might not want him because you might have already moved on at that point. Or that is a probability. Now that's up to you because remember, we're talking, you do have free will.
Yeah.
So you can stay on this hamster wheel all day. You can stay on this hamster wheel and be wishing for him to come back from now till, the cows fly over the moon. So it's like, it's up to you on, because you're the one that's making yourself miserable because you're not allowing yourself to move on. We know that you love him and it's hard, but we're also seeing it wasn't a healthy relationship. So
Yeah.
you might have thought you were in love with him, and there was something there that you needed to learn. But we do see that if you give another person a chance, um, that you might find yourself in a much better place. So, and then you'll really think, wow, I thought I was in love and I, I really wasn't, but this is love,
Yeah.
So it's all in, you're just going to have,
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Maria. I mean,
yeah.
um, and follow up, Brenda. Yeah, that's what she was going to write. I guess for her
Oh,
son. Or,
yeah. That's the first thing that came up. Um, yeah, well, I'm not going to eat up time because I don't know the name. But that's what Spirit showed me is that her son is going to tell her, like, not what to do here on this earth plane or anything or what their life was, but he's going to tell her what his life is like on the other side.
oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. That would be an interesting book.
Oh,
A lot of people are interested in something like that.
yeah.
Really are. All right. So,
And
oh, go
I,
ahead.
I was just going to say, and everyone's experience on the other side too is different.
That's true.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's always would make for a good book.
Yeah,
So
I would read it.
yeah.
All right. So let's do some alphabet messages, Sherry. Why don't we? We missed it last week.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, because holy cow, we're in past the hour. So
oh, yeah, I know. Well, I mean, when we start to get, you know, popular with people, that's kind of what we thought we would go, well beyond an hour. Um, we get enough people here, get enough subscribers to the channel, enough viewers. We could go 2 hours, you
yeah.
know, but um, we don't necessarily want to go 2 hours because I don't know if anybody's going to sit there for 2 hours and watch the whole show. But
Right.
anyway, we can certainly do a good hour, hour and a half. So let's do some alphabet messages.
Okay.
So now we're going to do some alphabet messages. Sherry's going to provide a spiritual message to everyone either listening to the show right now or through a pre-recorded version. It'll work either way. Now, everybody watching the show right now needs to select a letter. It's either going to be A, B, or C. Don't think about it. Whatever immediately popped into your head, that's going to be your letter, because that is the letter that spirit gave you. Now, if you had to think about it, if there was a slight pause, then that's your mind giving you the letter. You don't want that. You want your spirit. So the first thing that popped into your head, that's what your letter is. Okay, so now that everybody has it, I see Marcella, Christina have their letters. Shari's going to provide a spiritual message based upon the letter that you've chosen. Shari, you ready to go?
I am.
All right.
All right. Okay. What I do is I kind of get into a little meditation, and then I ask my spirit guides to give me these before the show, which it's still going to work, and it's even going to work after the show. So even if somebody watches this today, you might pick the letter B, and then 6 months from now, if you happen to go through this YouTube and come up with the letter A, then that might be relevant for you. So with that being said, if you chose A, what came up, and it says emotions are wanting to come up and out. Don't stuff them down. They want you to cry. They want you to cuss, whatever it is that you can help to kind of release some of this emotion. Even if you need to watch a sad movie and cry, tears can be very cleansing, because they're saying when these emotions come up, now sometimes they can come up for no reason at all. Those are the ones you really need to ask, why are you here? If your kitty cat gets hit by a car, of course you're going to be sad. But they're kind of talking more about the emotions that just kind of what we perceive just come up out of nowhere. But they're really emotions that you have stuffed down. So then talk to the emotion and say, why are you here? Feel it. Now, when you feel it, it's not going to give it more power. When you ask it and acknowledge it, it's going to think, oh, well, my job here is done. So then it'll kind of up and lift and be gone. It doesn't mean that's the last time you're going to feel that, because it's like a layer of an onion, but it will come up and out, and then you'll feel better. And then maybe a day or two later, that emotion will come back again. Do the same thing. So it will kind of just come in layers, but it's helping you to kind of get it up and out. So those are for who picked the letter A. If you picked the letter B, this is the lion energy. And they're saying, go after whatever it is that you want. Do you want a new job? Do you want a new partner? New friends? Even my mission is to find a perfect jacket for winter. Whatever it is, they say, go after it. Take the first step. If you don't succeed, then maybe readjust, go back to plan B. Doesn't mean you're always going to get what you want, but they're just saying, make sure that you give it a good try. They're saying sometimes a lot of people really want something. Oh, we're going to get it. And then the first obstacle comes up, and then they just throw it, oh, forget it, whatever, I don't want to do it. They're saying kind of stick with it. Stick with it enough until either you get it or you've really tried and you just can't try anymore. So those are for the people who came up with letter B. So I like this third one. This is if you come up with the letter C. And this is the sloth energy. I love sloths. And they're saying, take your time, slow down. Even when you're talking, talk slower. And be sure to listen to people, talk slower. But everything that you do, they're not saying just drag your feet, but they're saying kind of slow down to where you're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off. They said you're still going to get things done throughout the day, and you're going to feel a lot better at the end of the day, and you're not going to be as tired because you haven't been stressed out trying to get everything done. If you didn't get everything done in one day, that's okay. You weren't supposed to get it done. Save it for tomorrow. And you may find that tomorrow comes and you'll think, well, I don't even really need to do that. So those are for if you pick C, the little sloth energy. So those are your alphabet messages for this week, and I hope you liked them. So
Okay, good. Well, those are kind of fun. That's kind of a fun little thing.
Yeah. Did you pick any, Bobby? Probably not.
I immediately picked C, the
Okay.
sloth. I
I
don't
love
look like one, but I kind of act like one sometimes.
yeah. I usually tend to always, go, go, go. You know me, I got 1,000 things going on at once.
Yeah,
And even mentally, it can really stress you out.
yeah, I
Sometimes
know.
those sit down jobs are worse than the physical
Absolutely,
jobs.
absolutely. Yeah, I know. Um, yeah, I hope everybody liked it. Uh, Eileen, I hope that's a typo because we didn't have a D. I hope it's B. I think you typed a B. Uh,
Ah,
Marcella Sloss.
I
Okay.
love sloths. I just think they're so fun. I could
Oh,
sit and look
really?
at them all day long. Yeah.
Okay. Christina, great. Share it to all your friends. We love
Yeah.
to have as many people on here as possible. Live stream is great.
Thank you.
Uh, when we talk about that ABC, I just want one more thing. People think it's a fun little thing, but you would be surprised at how many people, how much feedback we've gotten
I
from
know.
people that say, "Damn, that was right on." It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Hmm.
You know, here, Debbie, here we go, right on the money again.
Yeah.
I mean, Debbie's
Thank you, Debbie.
been on a few shows and have done a few messages.
And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, Debbie's name did not have any numbers. That's just baffling me. All the numbers behind everybody. That's funny.
Well, she does have them numbers. 2081.
Well, I know she does. I'm just saying she hasn't had them on there before.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
didn't pay much attention to it. All right, I think we got everybody. I think everybody that has come here and wanted a reading has gotten one.
Okay.
Did you want to? Is there something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say, remember tonight's Tuesday, but our normal night is not Tuesday.
Right, right. We normal night is Wednesdays at 6,
Yeah.
and we'll revert back to that next week. So please join us again next Wednesday at 6. So why don't we go ahead and close it down? Thanks everybody for tuning in, and for all of those out there that got a reading. Thank you for sharing your reading with all of us. As always, if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss in the future, or a question for Shari to answer, put that down in the comments section, of the video, and we'll try to make that happen. Maybe even talk about it next week. If you want to book your own private reading with Shari, go to psychicshari.com. Click on the Schedule Now button. You'll see a list of all of the available times. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, as well as click on the bell icon and be notified when new videos are posted. And you get a reminder uh, for our upcoming live stream. You'll get a reminder that day. I think that will do it, everybody. Appreciate you. Have a
Okay.
great Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Thanks
We'll
for
see
coming
you.
on. I really appreciate it. And
Yeah.
happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
All right.